I was at work when I got a call from the HOA about people breaking down my door. I raced back and saw a bunch of guys standing outside my place. The security guard bowing and scraping to some guy with a pretty boy face. "So you're the real owner." I was wondering why he wasn't around much. "This house isn't even his. He's a fake. Mr. Miller, just let me know if you need anything. I'll take care of it right away." "All right, I'll get you that promotion to security chief." I walked over. The guy, this Mr. Miller, widened his eyes. "Boys, that's the lowlife seducing my girl. Grab him. Don't let that jerk get away." A few guys rushed me, pinning my shoulders. "We finally caught you, trying to steal Jake Miller's girl. You're dead." I frowned. "You've got the wrong guy. I don't even know." Before I could finish, Jake kicked me in the stomach, trying to deny it. "I'd recognize you even if you were ashes, you mooch." I doubled over, gasping. The security guard was all, "Mr. Miller, you okay? I'll get him out of here." Then he turned to me. "Pack your stuff and get out. This is a high-end neighborhood. No room for riffraff like you." I laughed, knowing this whole neighborhood was developed by my company. "This is my house. I paid for it. What right do you have to kick me out?" I looked at the guy. It looked like he was driven crazy by his girlfriend's infidelity. I held my anger down. "Apologize and leave, and I'll let it go." Jake spat on the ground. "PSH, I should apologize? You're the one seducing my girl." I dodged, barely avoiding the spit. He kicked me again. The neighbors were watching the show. Jake pointed at my face. "Listen up, everyone. My girlfriend is Tiffany Wilson, the CEO of a multinational corporation. This loser sends her messages and calls all the time, and sends her pictures of his abs to seduce her. What do you say? Should I beat the hell out of this creep?" I'd never been hit like that in my life. I was so angry I was about to explode. Hearing my wife's name snapped me to my senses. Tiffany was my wife, but she was out of the country on a business trip, had been for the last 6 months. I'd only ever sent her pictures of my abs. We'd been married for 5 years. She was so sweet and kind. That's why I trusted her to manage the foreign branch. I looked at Jake. "You say Tiffany is your girlfriend. What proof do you have?" "I got plenty of proof." Jake pulled out his phone and shoved pictures of him and Tiffany in my face. I stared in disbelief. It was Tiffany. She had a mole under her right eye. I couldn't be that stupid to not understand what this meant. Seeing the background in their photos made me even angrier. I was worried about Tiffany not eating and sleeping well, so I bought her a villa and hired a cook. She was using my money to keep another man. No wonder she didn't want to come home. She was busy with another man. And to add insult to injury, Tiffany had me saved as boy toy on her phone. If I hadn't seen it myself, I'd never have believed Tiffany could be so sneaky. Seeing my pale face, Jake thought I was guilty. "What do you know? Proof's in front of you." "Got nothing to say now." The neighbors were murmuring. "I hate homewreckers. They tear families apart. They should be punished. I'm with a wife. Don't go easy on him." Jake's crew scoffed. "Don't you know? A pretty face is how he gets sugar mamas to pay the bills. He looks decent, but he's a total freak." I clenched my fists, glaring at Jake. "Call Tiffany right now. Ask her who I am." Jake laughed. "Think she's going to save you? Dream on. I'm going to show you what happens to homewreckers." They started hitting and kicking me. I fought back, but there were too many of them. They snapped photos of my face and recorded videos. "Put it online. Let everyone see the face of a gold digger." I was lying on the ground, barely conscious, gritting my teeth. "You'll regret this." Jake stepped on my head like I was trash. "Still talking tough? This is just the beginning." He grabbed my hand, using my fingerprint to unlock the door. The luxurious decor made their eyes wide. "He's making a killing selling his body. Let's wreck everything." They started smashing everything they could. Even the picture frames of Tiffany and me were thrown on the ground. I didn't stop them. "My stuff is expensive. Think before you break it." I pointed at a jade ornament Jake was holding. "That's worth millions. Can you afford to pay for that?" Jake froze. He was hesitant. His crew said, "Millions for that junk? You trying to scare us? It doesn't matter if it's a priceless antique. He got it from sleeping with some woman. We're doing a public service. He's a mooch. He doesn't have any money. All this stuff was bought for him by your girl. Her money is your money, so you don't need to pay for anything." Jake nodded. He smashed the jade ornament over my head. Pain shot through me. Warm liquid trickled down my forehead. I touched it. Blood. I was angry and hurt. One of the neighbors said, "Should you really be doing this?" Jake's crew didn't care. Why not? Someone like that will just go mess up another family. We're doing what's right. The law can't touch him, so he thinks he can get away with anything. We're getting revenge for the victims. Jake said to the neighbor, "I'm doing you a favor. He might try to seduce your wife next." I grabbed my phone, but Jake smashed it. "You, a homewrecker, call the cops?" I said, "I'm married to Tiffany. You're the homewrecker." One of the guys punched me, trying to turn this around. I've never seen anyone so shameless. "We're not stupid. Save your lies for someone else." I looked at the fools. "Our marriage certificate is in the bedroom. Go get it." Jake went to my bedroom and grabbed the certificate. They stared in shock. "Are we wrong? Is he not the other guy? Check if they're really married." I thought they'd realize their mistake, but Jake tore up the certificate. He poked my forehead. "You gold digger. Did you think you can forge a marriage certificate? My girl and I grew up together. I know what she's like. You can't fool me." Tiffany had told me she never dated before me. It was laughable. She'd been playing me the whole time. Homewreckers are so brazen now, even forging marriage certificates. His girlfriend is Tiffany Wilson. This guy's doing anything for money. Forging documents is illegal. I kept a low profile, so not many people knew me. But Tiffany, being the head of the foreign branch, was always giving interviews, but she was just a figurehead, and they didn't know about our prenup. If she cheated, she would get nothing. The crew, believing my certificate was fake, got even more rowdy. They locked the door and kept smashing things. My home was a ruin. My antiques, paintings, and valuables were destroyed. Around $6 million worth of damages. And they weren't going to stop. "Let's burn the house down. Make him lose everything. Jake hesitated. Burn it. That's right. This house was bought for him by his girl. It's yours, so what's there to worry about? I shouted. Are you crazy? Jake punched me in the face. Shut up. I know she bought it for you, and I'm going to burn it. I laughed. The laws don't mean anything to them. I'm warning you. Stop now. You'll be begging me later. Jake lit the curtains on fire, then threw me on the ground. Strip his clothes off. Drag him outside for everyone to see. Let everyone know he's a homewrecker. They started tearing at my clothes. I aimed my head and bashed it right into Jake's jaw. He fell. The security guard said, Mr. Miller, wipe yourself off. Jake was all, beat the crap out of him. He found a metal pipe. I had a bad feeling. What are you going to do? I tried to back away, but they held me. I'm breaking your legs so you can't go around ruining any more relationships. Jake raised the pipe and swung it down on my legs. Pain shot through me. I heard the bone break. Seeing the blood, they panicked. Are we going to kill him? Jake glared at me. Just a little blood. He won't die. I couldn't talk from the pain. The fire was spreading. The neighbors called 911. The fire trucks and cop cars arrived. They quieted down. My assistant came in. Seeing me on the ground, he was shocked. Mr. Hayes, I forced myself to speak. Get a divorce. Make sure Tiffany gets nothing, and take back every penny she's spent on that deadbeat. Every last cent. She dares cheat on me? I'm gonna make their lives a living hell.